Capricorns, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, I'm Vanessa and I, and welcome to the fam. So guys, in today's tarot card reading, I have each and every zodiac sign's prediction for August of 2020. And honestly, I can't believe that I'm seriously sitting down and already filming August's predictions. Because on one hand, 2020 has been really slow and there hasn't been that much going on. But then on the other hand, it's like, can we catch a break? And all that has made it exceptionally difficult to know how to feel and how to deal with 2020. But do not worry, because as a unicorn mom, I'm of course here to guide you and to help you through the situation. And that is exactly why each and every sign gets its own little prediction. So if this is the first time that you're watching one of my videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button in order to never miss another reading that is tailored to your sign. And last but not least, I would just like to say that in order to get the most out of these readings, I would recommend that you watch your sun sign as well as your moon sign. So I don't want to make this intro too long. I want to get straight to the point. So all of the timestamps can be found down below in the description box, as well as pinned to the comment section for quick and easy access. So I will be starting off the predictions with the Aries. So if you're an Aries, just keep watching. And to all of my other beautiful signs, I will catch you at the click of your timestamp. Hello, all of my little Aries babies, and welcome to your reading for August of 2020. So let's get right into it in order to figure out what is coming up for you during the month of August and how to navigate, how to deal. So first and foremost, we have connect with your womb. Okay, so if you are a male unicorn, I don't want you to feel as though this excludes you, okay? Just connecting with your body, connecting with that intimate part of yourself, if you know what I mean. Well, as a fire sign, you're pretty passionate to begin with anyways, so allow yourself to venture into other areas of your life and of yourself that you may have been neglecting. Then we have create art as well as make a vision board. So clearly during the month of August, you know, manifestation is one thing that can really thrive by you being artsy, as well as making a vision board, as well as creating a goal board. So having cutouts or just printing off little symbols, little depictions of what it is that encompasses your goal in life, sticking them onto a board and allowing yourself to see that every single day can really help you thrive and can help you move forward during the month of August. So don't deny yourself of that. Allow yourself to make that a part of your life and to make that just a part of your routine. So a vision board is very powerful. It has been proven to help you manifest the things that you desire. So one thing that I would definitely recommend is for you to maybe already, upon seeing this video, take the time to create your goal board so it's ready on the 1st of August. So we have transform next. So all of my Aries babies, you are pretty spontaneous, you're pretty out there, you're somebody who is very easy to kind of entice when it comes to adventure. And one thing that I can see here in transform is that you're kind of like transcending a little bit into a new state in August, into a new place in your life. And this is exciting, okay? This is the adventure that you love, that you've been seeking out. So allow yourself to just go with the flow, whatever that flow may be for you. Then we have progress, as well as boundaries. So I see that the best way to progress here in August, okay, is through setting healthy boundaries with certain people. So if you have, for instance, coworkers, family members who are very snoopy, who are very nosy, or who maybe just always feel like you need their unsolicited advice, allow yourself to set those healthy boundaries during August, okay? One thing that I can see here is that there's a lot of potential for great big progress for you, but at the same time, you know, if somebody gets in between your track, if somebody gets onto your path and kind of disrupts, then of course the progress is going to be a lot slower. So it is okay for you to set boundaries. It's okay for you to say no. It's actually not only okay, it's essential for you during the month of August. So look out for any situations or people who are kind of like letting out their own insecurities or bad moods onto your path, and just say like, hey, I just gotta distance myself because, you know, self-care, need to focus on my path. So allow yourself to be able to say that and be open about that. So I have a postcard here with some messages regarding what is important for you during the month of August. So let me read this to you. Dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You're being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock, loving you always. So, all of my Aries, I of course don't want you to not set an alarm clock and not show up to life, but sometimes just like slowing things down, sometimes taking things easy is exactly what you need. So of course, don't neglect life, don't neglect your work, but at the same time, don't feel like you always have to be running on 1,000,000 miles an hour. That is just not it for you during the month of August. You need a little bit of recuperation. And then we have in the near future as well as you're ready. So know that there's more action coming for you in the near future. Know that what you're doing is you're just fueling up, you're just charging yourself up in order to make yourself ready, in order to prepare yourself for what is to come next. So we have a few cards here that clearly want to speak within your reading, which is the Three of Emotions, the Nine of Voices, as well as the Eight of Voices. So one thing that I see you needing to look out for, okay, first and foremost in the Nine of Voices is your sleep hygiene. How are you sleeping? Are you sleeping okay? Do you feel like you can never really get restful sleep, truly restful sleep? Do you wake up already tired? Can you sleep through the night? That is one thing that I want you to look into. In the Three of Emotions, I want you to have fun with the people around you, not feel like, oh, I gotta work, I gotta get things done. Hustle culture can be toxic, and sometimes we need to remove ourselves from it, which I see here in the Eight of Voices, just shifting your perspective from feeling this peer pressure or this pressure to keep up with hustle culture to knowing that, hey, sometimes it's okay to just party, to have fun, even if it's through a Zoom call, even if it's through, you know, still a little bit of distancing, if you will, but still enjoying those around you, enjoying your relationships. So make that a priority. So all my beautiful Aries, I truly hope that you enjoyed your prediction. I hope you found it insightful and that it gave you some motivation as well as positivity to move into August with. So wherever you are, I wish you an amazing day or night, and I'll see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello, all my Tauruses of the world, and welcome to your August 2020 prediction. So let's move right into it in order to figure out exactly what is coming towards you and just overall how to do life in August, okay? So let's move straight into it. We have, first and foremost, sweet treat. So as a Taurus, you like the finer things in life anyways. You like to be well fed. Food is often the epicenter of life, and trust me, I completely understand. As a Cancerian, I feel very similar, so allow yourself to have some sweet treats. Allow yourself to not be hard on yourself and not look at your body and say, oh, I should go on a diet or I should change something. No, enjoy sweet treats, enjoy the nice things in life. Enjoy foods that you love. It's nothing to feel ashamed of. It's nothing that should make you feel guilty, okay? Allow yourself to really enjoy all of the pleasures that life has to offer. Then we have spend time with friends, as well as connect with your ancestors. So Spending time with friends is one thing that is very important, especially during such a time where it can feel like the vibe is just low, where it can feel like we're all just going through a difficult time and it's hard to keep your head up. It's hard to stay positive and to stay in a good headspace. But that is where I see that your friends can help you kind of get over any feelings of anxiety, any feelings that make you feel depressed or put you in a state of even denying to yourself, being in a hermit mode and saying everything is fine when everything is not fine, okay? And connect with your ancestors, allow yourself to connect with your lineage, allow yourself to look into how your ancestors used to live, where they came from, what they went through. I see that that is a very therapeutic thing for you to be engaging in during the month of August. So ask your parents, your grandparents if you can. Look into history books if that is something that you're more inclined to do, or if that is a possibility for you. And also allow yourself, of course, to watch amazing documentaries that are not only relevant for your ancestors, but also relevant for what you're going through today. Then we have travel as well as study. So one thing that I can see here is that August is going to entail more traveling than you may have expected, and travel is something that right now, of course, is a difficult topic. And I see that in order to kind of get to a point where you feel confident to travel, confident to go places without any fear, I definitely see you looking very heavily into the current situation, into, you know, how you can protect yourself and stay safe. But furthermore, in study, I do see that August is a very study heavy month for you. That could be academically, that could be in your career, or just overall, you know, you're doing a lot of reading, you're doing a lot of reflection, and overall you are the student for life that is just really getting like A's during August, if you know what I mean, because you're taking in a lot of information and you don't feel as though there's anything that you know. You're always asking yourself whether you can broaden your horizon and just acquire more knowledge, which is really what makes you actually very humble and more knowledgeable than you ever expected, because you're open to new information and you're open to learning. Then we have positive-minded people as well as intention. So I see here that it's important for you during the month of August to stay around positive-minded people, because psychologically you may kind of be on the verge of feeling very sensitive, maybe a little bit of a mental breakdown, if you know what I mean. So staying around positive-minded people is key. They will help you feel like, you know, life isn't just dark, life isn't just this like a gray cloud right now. And you can intentionally do so, okay? Intention here is connected to the number 11, and the number 11 in numerology is a master number that speaks of initiation. So initiate meeting up with these positive people. So that friend that always makes you feel good, that friend that always lifts your spirits, call them up, talk to them, arrange a date with them, and know that you can intentionally insert these positive-minded people into your life more deeply and just benefit from their presence and benefit from that amazing energy that they're putting out there. They're naturally that person. They're naturally doing that for you, because that is the type of person that you're meant to surround yourself with. So know that you're not like using them. You're not a burden. You just gel because you belong together. You do something for them just as much as they do something for you. And that is one thing that you should allow yourself to embrace. Then we have the Three of Inspiration as well as the Awakening. So one thing that I can see here in the Three of Inspiration is just kind of that things are picking up in pace. Things are moving a little bit more quickly. The projects that you're passionate about, the things that you're really into, just like these domino stones here, allow yourself to know that once the first stone falls, the others are going to follow very quickly and almost uncontrollably. So if you feel like things have been very slow for you this year on a personal level, know that once it starts, it's not gonna stop, okay? So give yourself time to really enjoy what I see in the awakening. And the awakening is all about coming to a point of just realizing that the more that you see, the more you realize you actually don't even know anything at all, okay? And just being very open-minded, being very much there for other people, and a pillar of light as well. So not only feeling like you want to surround yourself with positive-minded people, but being that positive-minded person yourself, awakening into the latest, greatest version of who you are, and allowing yourself to just embrace it, and to be that person in the crowd who has a smile, to be that person in the room who is approachable, because you're just on such a positive wavelength no matter what. Because life is really just 10% of what happens, 90% of how we react to it, how we respond to it. So put a lot of thought into your responses. Then we have within the next few weeks, as well as take action. So one thing that I can see here clearly is that you're being called to take action within the next few weeks. So right now, recharge, refuel, eat your favorite treats, you know, your sweet little treats here, especially if you have a sweet tooth. Allow yourself to indulge a little bit when it comes to food. And I may not have to tell you twice, you may already have something on your lap right now, all my beautiful Tauruses, but I want you to know here that you're being called to kind of fuel up, get yourself into a positive mind space, because you will be called to take action and you won't be able to ignore it. You won't be able to procrastinate. You're going to have to start getting things done within a few weeks. So enjoy the slow time right now, because things are going to be moving quickly for you towards the end of August. So enjoy the slow beginning, if you will. So all my beautiful Tauruses, I hope that you enjoyed your reading, found it insightful and motivational. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home for you, and I'll see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello, all my beautiful Geminis of the world, and welcome to your reading about August of 2020. So I want to move straight into it in order to figure out what is happening for you. Okay, we have a card that clearly just wants to speak to you instantly, instinctively. So that card is triggers. And in triggers, one thing that I can see here is August is obviously going to be a month that is triggering you in some sense of the way. So it can trigger you in a way that it triggers emotions that you haven't dealt with yet, or kind of like trauma, if you will, but it can also trigger productivity. Have you ever watched a YouTube video of somebody cleaning up, tidying up, just organizing their life, and it just triggers something in you that makes you say, oh, I gotta do the same thing now too? It's just motivating. It's just making you do things that you otherwise would not do, or you would kind of like procrastinate. So don't feel as though the trigger has to be a trigger to triggering something rather negative. It could be the trigger that opens up this flood of positivity, that opens up this flood of being effective and productive. But let's add to your reading. We have answers within. So all my beautiful Geminis, I want you to know that not only are you awesome communicators when it comes to other people, but at the same time, you need to trust yourself. You need to know that your intuition is awesome at communicating with you. So don't feel like you should be taking signs for granted. I can see here that in August, any questions that you have, for instance, why is this happening to me? What is going on in love? What is coming next? You can feel it. I can see here in answers within that your intuition is speaking to you. Your intuition really has its place and its voice during the month of August, but you have to listen. Because if you don't listen, there is no way that your intuition can get the messages over to you. So take it seriously. We have yes, as well as forgiveness. So is there somebody that you're still salty about, all my Geminis? Is there somebody whose demise you're secretly plotting, or whose demise you would secretly not be mad about? Forgiveness is the answer, okay? Do not allow yourself to stoop into that energetic plane. Make sure that you focus on forgiveness. Make sure that you just say yes to any opportunity to put more forgiveness into your life, to put more positivity in, as well as for reconciliation, okay? Don't be carrying those burdens around with you. Then we have peaceful resolution as well as let go. So you are really being called to forgive somebody. All my Geminis, who are you hung up on, okay? Who did something to you where you're just like, I can't forgive you, okay? I am not going to allow you to feel as though I have given you this gift. And that's a funny thing, all my Geminis. Forgiveness is really a gift that you give to yourself. It really is that peaceful resolution that allows you to come to a point where you're not emotionally invested anymore in a situation. So know that this is not condoning anybody's behavior. It just basically means I forgive you because I'm not going to allow this to continue affecting my life. So allow yourself to let go. You're seriously being called to let go of some old baggage here, of some old things that may have still been bothering you, that do not serve you. Take this seriously and know that just holding on to grudges, holding on to any negativity, any emotions that are not allowing you to feel peaceful, but instead are challenging and are just like emotional turmoil, that is bad for your health. That is bad for your physical health, your mental health, your overall well-being. So give yourself the gift of letting go of any baggage that you're carrying around. Then we have create art. So bring out your artsy side. If you have to kind of like let out some anger before you can forgive, let out your steam, you know what, break something if you can. Create art by just like splatting the paint onto a canvas. However it is that you can kind of just let out difficult feelings, be it in a rather aggressive fashion or in a very artsy fashion. Know that that's okay. We don't have to kind of say that, you know, some ways of expression are okay and others aren't. As long as you're not hurting anybody, it is good for you to express yourself however you see necessary, because we all have different ways of just letting out emotions that have been pent up, that have been just kind of bothering us. And if something feels therapeutic for you, then it's nobody's place to judge. Keep that in mind. Then we have a journal. So keep track of what you're going through emotionally. That is an important thing for you during the month of August, because there's a lot going on. And usually when you're faced with having to forgive, when you're faced with having to move on, that can bring up a lot of thoughts. That can bring up a lot of memories and just overall feelings that you've maybe not dealt with in a long time. So keeping a journal can be very interesting, because then you can go back, you can reread what you were going through, and it can allow you to next time be better, be stronger, and also remind yourself of what you've overcome. So don't see a journal so much as work, but see a journal more as just keeping your memories as well as your progress safe and keeping record of it. And then we have the Knight of Materials as well as the Page of Materials. So there's somebody here who is coming into your life. There's somebody here who is meant to enter your life in August, and they have this kind of this earth sign energy about them. They have this earthy air that makes them very dependable, very grounded, and somebody who you can rely on. So know that they're just in the phase of figuring out what it is that they want to do in their career. They're very busy, they're very dedicated to their grind, to their job, okay, to their just like professional life. So that is really the epicenter. But at the same time, they inspire you, and at the same time, they will make time for you. They will make time in order to help you with this whole forgiveness situation. So feel free to lean into that relationship and to just speak to that person. Even if you don't know them very well, you don't need to use real names and tell them like the entire story, but you can just talk to them and say, hey, like if a friend had really upset you and kind of broke your trust in this and this situation, what would you do? How would you deal with it? How would you go about forgiving? And this is somebody that can give you a lot of wisdom and just overall make the whole process of moving forward a lot easier for you. So August is a very like intense month for you. It is a month where you're going to have to do some shadow work, look at things that you don't want to deal with, but in the end, it will just make you feel so much more lighthearted and good, because while others still need to work on it, you will have already kind of dealt with emotional baggage, and you can move forward on a fresh slate and know that the rest of the year is just set up for your success. So all my dear Geminis, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you appreciate this very honest reading. I hope that it gave you inspiration as well as motivation. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello all my beautiful little Cancerians, and welcome to your August prediction. So just for your info, I am a fellow Cancerian, and you may have already felt that, because I feel like we just feel each other. We know each other. We know a Cancerian when we see one. So let's move into the reading to figure out exactly what's going on for us during the month of August of 2020 in this crazy year. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, we have compassion. So one thing that I can see here in compassion is just the fact that you may be tested to the point where it's like you don't want to have compassion because you're so far gone your limits, you're so far gone your empathy that you're like, ugh, I don't really want to have compassion for this person or this situation, but I know I need to. I know I need to take the moral high road. So know that here in compassion, you will be happy that you took the compassionate route, because it's just naturally who you are. You're a highly sensitive person, and hurting other people hurts you. Not doing the right thing, it affects you, and it's something that you will not be able to let go of unless you choose the most compassionate and empathetic route. So allow yourself to do that even when you're being tested during the month of August. So one thing that I see here is choice, and in choice, it is very clear that it is, of course, completely up to you how you choose to react to the events that are coming up during the month of August. And in choice, I want you to know that making the right choice is one thing that will not only make you feel at peace, but it will also make you feel emotionally just fulfilled. It will make you know that you had a choice to do otherwise. You had a choice to decide to do something that was maybe more selfish or not as kind, but you ended up picking the high road. You ended up picking the road that shows just how much integrity that you truly have. So make the choice that you know that you will feel proud of 5 years from now, a month from now, any time from now. Then we have the Knight of Materials. So the Knight of Materials is somebody who's coming into your life during the month of August. The Knight of Materials is somebody who is connected to the earthly realms, who has very strong earth sign energy. So let's see what kind of role that this person is going to play for you. So we have Awakening, the Three of Inspiration, as well as the Page of Emotions. So I see here in the Page of Emotions, you know, they're going to awaken a part of you, and emotions connects to water signs. So they're going to awaken this part of you that is your love space, that is your romantic space, that is your heart chakra. I want you to know in the Page of Emotions in correlation to the Knight of Materials that this is a great fit. So if you are single, this person of this earth sign, this person in the Knight of Materials who gets things done, who initiates things, is a great opportunity, a great person to potentially be a romantic partner. But in the Three of Inspiration, I also want you to know that things are going to move very quickly should you be interested in that emotional and just romantic relationship. If you're somebody who is kind of like wanting to stay single, or you're already in a relationship, know that this Knight of Materials person entering your life is going to give you excellent advice, as I can see here in the Awakening, that they can allow you and help you to see things from a different viewpoint, from a different standpoint, and to just kind of like snap you out of it when you're on an emotional roller coaster, when you're in a place where it's dark and it's not cute and you're not being yourself. So we have a drink tea, as well as, what else? Dance. Okay, and sing. Wow. Okay, so we have a real party going on for you here, especially if all you can do is stay at home. Okay, drink tea, dance, and sing. Throw yourself a little party. If you can, have somebody be a part of it. If it's safe to do so where you are, allow yourself to dance, sing, have a great time, drink tea with a dear friend. Tea can have such a positive impact on, you know, our sleep, our digestive system, our mood overall. So also don't be afraid to splurge on some beautiful tea, because one thing that I personally love and find so comforting is to have like a nice little cupboard, a nice little drawer with all of my favorite teas, and to just know that they're high quality, that they're going to taste amazing, that they're going to smell so beautiful, and to just know that I have that option to always be able to comfort myself. So feel free to also move your vibration by dancing and singing. That is a great way to get yourself from a place of agony, from a place of anxiety, to a place of feeling stability, as well as being at your personal equilibrium, at your personal center. Then we have growth, as well as listen to your body. So August comes with a lot of growth, as we spoke about earlier in your reading. Your compassion is going to be tested, which may not be easy, but you're going to get through it and you're going to come out the other side with a lot more growth. Furthermore, listen to your body. If you're not 100% sure about, whether you feel 100% healthy or not, you may be missing some vitamins and minerals. You may have kind of been neglecting some areas of your health. So listen to your body if it speaks to you through, for instance, a headache, through feeling dehydrated, or even hunger pains late at night, not being able to just go to bed, but always needing that midnight snack. Okay, that is your body trying to communicate something, and that is where you kind of need to be in charge and need to get yourself back onto a healthy cycle. Okay, but overall, allow yourself here to have the Knight of Materials have a positive impact on you. Know that that person who is almost like a pick-me-up to you is going to be there for you, and emotionally you're going to be taken care of and in a place where you can make the best choices, which is always great as a Cancerian, to feel safe, to feel understood, and to feel like you have somebody in your corner. So all my dear Cancerians, I truly hope that you enjoyed your reading. I hope that you found it insightful, motivational, inspirational. Leave a little comment down below in order to let me know, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello, all my beautiful and warm-hearted Leos of the world. Welcome to your August 2020 prediction. So I want to move straight into it in order to figure out exactly what is coming towards you, exactly what is happening for you, and how to deal and how to heal. So we have Justice, as well as the world cosmos. So one thing that I can see here is this deep sense of fulfillment, is this deep sense of happiness. The world cosmos is really one of the most favorable cards in the tarot. So congratulations, all my dear Leos. Your just streak of luck continues. And Justice, one thing that I can see here is coming to a place where you feel content, coming to a place where you feel like, oh, this world isn't that bad after all. This world isn't full of craziness after all. So things surprising you in a positive way, justice being served in a positive and unexpected way, and just overall feeling as though, okay, we do stand a chance at actually making our lifetime worth something. Then we have Modify. So one thing that I can see here is just overall you're coming to realizations during the month of August where you can tell that you have to modify a little bit in order to get the best possible results out of your situation. So when it comes to your career, you're realizing that, maybe you have to just play the politics a little differently in order to get the best results when you're dealing with other people. If it's academically, just overall in your own personal endeavors, learning that you are the type of person who maybe is a better listener than you are a reader, and switching over from reading to listening to podcasts, because we all learn in different ways and we all pick up information differently. So I just see overall modification of how you learn, modification of also just how you do life in general, which is going to bring you this great sense of fulfillment and celebration that we have in the world cosmos, because you finally feel like you're hitting the nail on its head. Then we have a Progress. So this is a very obvious one. This is one that speaks for itself. Progress being made, you moving forward in a direction where you feel like you're being effective, where you feel like you're being productive, which is always awesome. Then we have Grateful. So in Grateful, one thing that I can see here is that you're definitely moving into a space where gratitude is what is kind of fueling this happiness. It's fueling the sense of fulfillment, because feeling happy is not a coincidence. It's not something that happens. You're realizing being happy is a choice, and it is a choice that you make and the reactions that you put into different situations. So instead of, for instance, reacting in a way that you feel despair, that you feel negativity, just any emotions that are hard to deal with, if something happens, like for instance, you get a flat tire or you get an unexpected bill that you need to pay, instead of seeing it as a negative, just saying to yourself, how can I be still grateful in this situation? How can I be grateful, like for instance, being appreciative that you even had a car to have a flat tire, or that you even have the opportunity to be able to pay these bills, because a lot of people may really wish that they even had a job. So these are of course just examples, but that is one thing that I see here in grateful that you're moving towards during the month of August. Then we have seek seclusion. So seclusion, you may think to yourself right now, seclusion is the last thing that I need right now. I need to get out there, I need to be active, I need to be social. But I see that during the month of August, you will actually almost have like this relapse of where you feel like you really need more time alone for yourself to just deal with what you're going through, deal with your emotions, as well as just to enjoy your own company. Being alone doesn't always need to mean that we're going through difficult emotions. You may also just want to be alone because you want to do things for you in that alone time. So we have be still, which feeds into it beautifully. One thing that you might want to do is just lay on your yoga mat, lay on your bed, and just be still, be in the present moment, just not do anything. So I see a lot of just being happy about being by yourself, being happy about having time for yourself. Alone time, like this is no coincidence. I mean, out of all of these cards, we have be still, alone time, as well as seek seclusion. It is imperative for you, all my beautiful Leos, that you seek out that alone time, that you take it and that you allow it to really become a big part of August of 2020. You clearly need it in order to move forward with enough energy, feeling energized. You clearly need it in order to get to the next stepping stone in your life. So allow yourself to take it, and don't let anybody make you feel guilty for needing seclusion or alone time. If you have informed somebody that, hey, I'm switching my phone off, I don't want to be on social media, there's too much negativity on there, then that is your only job, to inform somebody. But other than that, it is your choice, and you are not to be made to feel bad for seeking some time for yourself. Then we have connect with the earth. So this alone time, this seclusion, you can do that of course at home, but in connect with the earth, I want you to know that there are so many benefits to you being outdoors, so many benefits to you connecting with the earth during this alone time. So also make time to be outdoors, to connect with the nature and allow yourself to be one with it. Allow yourself to kind of just benefit from the fresh air and the seclusion outdoors. Then we have the wheel. And one thing that I can see here is that, when things go up, they will come back down. And when they're down, they will go back up. Just like a wheel that just basically so there are ups and downs. So if there is a wheel right before you, there is a bottom and a top, but at the same time, no matter what angle you look at it from, it all kind of looks the same, and that is one thing that I see here when it comes to the world cosmos, when it comes to you just modifying your thoughts, modifying how you see things, just coming to a realization that we don't have to necessarily label good or bad. We can just see it as all being part of this experience, all being part of our earthly experience, of our spiritual experience on this planet, and truly just being grateful for each and every experience that we are allowed to encounter and allowed to have as a part of our lives. So all my Leos, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you found it inspiring. I hope that you found it motivational. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home for you and what really just connected with you. So I hope that you're having an amazing time. I hope you're staying safe, and I'll see you in one of my upcoming readings. Hello, all my beautiful little Virgos of the world, and welcome to your August prediction. So let's get right into it in order to figure out exactly how you can deal as well as heal during the month of August. So first and foremost, we have a transform. So one thing that I can see here in transform is the fact that things are going to change. And as a Virgo, you may feel a little conservative when it comes to change. You may feel like, I don't really want that. I kind of like what I like, but I want you to prepare yourself already mentally for the fact that change is coming towards you. We have acceptance next. So just accept it, all my Virgos, okay? Accept that change is inevitable. It is literally one of the few things that is guaranteed in our lifetimes, change and just overall evolution. So I want you to know here in acceptance that the sooner you accept that change is just a part of life and we don't need to see it as something scary, something daunting, or feel like change is often more negative than positive, the more you can enjoy the benefits of change and the more you can kind of just ride the wave, as we have depicted right here in the acceptance card, as you can see. So allow yourself to know that riding the wave is just so much easier than trying to fight against it. It's so much easier than trying to, fight something that you can't stop anyways, just like a huge tidal wave. Let's move a little further into your reading. We have positive affirmations as well as take a walk. So if you need a little bit of emotional support, if you need a little bit of energy that just brings you back to a place where you feel grounded and less overwhelmed during the month of August, take long walks in the nature. If you have a dog, then it is a great excuse to take your dog on a nice long hike. I personally love to do that. And if you don't, go out with a friend for a walk. Allow yourself to still make it a social thing. Allow yourself to still, enjoy it and not feel like you're just doing it just to ground yourself or just because you were told in this reading that the walk would help. Just allow yourself to make it a fun occasion. And positive affirmations, I see here that they can really help you through a lot, not only in August, but just life overall. Try and micromanage your thoughts. I see that some thoughts are creeping back in for you that are self-limiting, that are not helpful. So positive affirmations would be I am affirmations that allow you to just become what you're talking about. So I am beautiful, I am successful, I am lovable. There's so many amazing things that you can say to yourself. I am brave, I am beautiful, I am worthy. Like, there are a lot of affirmations that you can say in order to heal, in order to allow you to connect with yourself in a very deep way and not allow I am, for instance, insecure, shy, scared, to overpower or start to creep in more than you would like and more than you would notice, because the most powerful words really are I am and what comes after that. So treat them that way. Treat them in a way how you're keeping in mind just how powerful they are and just how much of an impact that they can have on your life. So then we have ground yourself. So that goes really well with your walks. Allow yourself to take breaks on your walks, to just sit down, put your bare feet on the ground and ground yourself that way. Allow your energy to be exchanged with the energies of the earth, of the soil. And then we have family. So don't forget about your family, all my dear Virgos. I know life can be kind of, there can be a lot going on, especially in the current climate, in the current economic climate. Allow yourself to rely on family. I know it can be very hard to rely on other people because it can make you feel like a burden. It can make you feel like you're not doing what you're meant to do, or you're kind of failing at life if you need others. But know that no person is meant to just deal with life all by themselves. It's important to allow other people to help you, to be there for you, and also to take advantage of the loved ones, to take advantage of the fact that you do have a family. And taking advantage of that is not something that you should see as a negative. It's something that you should see as, okay, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have all of these people who care about me in order to get over a difficult situation quickly. So when they need me, I'm ready, I'm recharged, and I'm there to fully support them. Then we have the 8 of materials. So in the 8 of materials, I see a lot of options in the earthly realms. So you, of course, are very much connected to the earth, and grounding is important for you. But I also see here in the Eight of Materials that there are opportunities coming towards you in your career. There are opportunities coming towards you when it comes to your financial gain and success. So don't spread yourself too thin. That is one thing that I see here as a little bit of the danger, spreading yourself too thin and kind of overestimating how much time you really have. Then we have the Queen of Materials. So you're being urged to take on this Queen of Materials energy, and Queen of Materials energy is energy of somebody who knows their limitations, who knows like how much energy that they really want to put into just work, financial gain, material gain, and how much energy that they should be putting into their own spiritual growth and journey. So be mature about it, and like I said, don't spread yourself too thin. Don't feel like you have to do everything. Then we have the Lovers. So this is a really interesting one. In the Lovers, I see here that love is an option for you. Well, not only an option, it's a great possibility. You have the ability and chance to meet your twin flame, to meet a soulmate during the month of August, and you may be in a relationship and think to yourself, oh my God, I hope that this is not a bad sign. I want you to know that the Lovers can also stand for love being reignited, for love regaining its spark, moving into a place where you feel just more lovey-dovey in your relationships, or like I said, a completely new romantic love coming towards you. Then we have the Queen of Emotions. So this could be a water sign. The Queen of Emotions is connected to water signs. This is somebody who's very understanding, who has a very open a very open heart, and you know, just a shoulder to cry on and to lean on. And we spoke about just relying on family and being able to not feel like a burden just because you're relying on family, and taking advantage of the fact that you have people who love you and care about you. Knowing the Queen of Emotions, that the person who it would be most beneficial for you to connect with and go to is this person in the Queen of Emotions. This person has very feminine energy, very nurturing and understanding energy, and they will never judge you. They will never make you feel like your actions were wrong, and they will always be understanding, kind, and willing to discuss. So allow yourself to be close to that person during the month of August. And you may think to yourself, oh, that's my mom, she's a water sign, or that's my sister, or a good friend of mine. Really lean into that relationship, and know that that is a relationship that can serve you in the most therapeutic and positive way during August. So all my Virgos, I hope that you enjoyed your reading and that you found it insightful. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home for you, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings. Hello, all of my beautiful Libras of the world, and welcome to your August 2020 prediction. So let's get right into it in order to figure out exactly what you should be paying attention to and what is going on for you during August. So we have the Ten of Voices as well as the Four of Materials. So all my Libras, do you really want to know? Just kidding. In the Four of Materials, one thing that I can see is that allow yourself to indulge, allow yourself to not feel like you have to be so tight when it comes to your finances, like you have to, you know, tell yourself to reward yourself later and so on and so forth. I can see in the Four of Materials that you have been taking care of your finances as well as you possibly can, and now is the time to indulge, okay? August is the time to have fun, to purchase one or two things that just make you feel good, even if it's just temporary, and to just make sure that you're indulging in self-care, okay? That you're engaging in self-care, that you're not denying yourself of everything that you desire, of everything that you truly want. In the Ten of Voices, I can see that you have to move on mentally from a certain situation that you're not going to get anything more out of. So this could be a relationship, this could be a romantic situation that you had hoped for, that you thought would actually kind of like move into something real, move into something that you could count on, something reliable, but sadly not everybody is someone who you can count on. Then we have the Knight of Voices. So in the Knight of Voices, I see the possibility of somebody coming into your life who is a romantic interest. The Knight of Voices is somebody who is very much connected to air, okay? So this is an air sign, somebody who has a lot of air sign energy in their chart. The Knight of Voices is going to tell you straight up how it is. They're very direct, they're very honest, but emotionally they're a little bit disconnected. So you may have to kind of like tell them what you want, show them what your emotions truly are, because otherwise they may just not get it. In the Five of Voices, I see here coming to an epiphany. I see you coming to a point where you have this realization that things don't need to be that much of a struggle. So that is exactly what we were talking about in the 10 of Voices. Being able to say, okay, I have to just abandon this situation because it's not physically healthy for me. It's not mentally healthy for me to be in a situation where I'm counting on somebody, or I'm counting on a situation to kind of like evolve into something positive, when clearly the other person, the counterpart, is just not about that. It's just not trying to do the same thing. Because often you can blame yourself for situations even though it is absolutely not your fault. There is nothing you could have done, because at the end of the day you can only influence yourself, not other people. And as a Libra, it can be hard because you're diplomatic AF. You're somebody who likes things to be done the right way. Then we have connect with your ancestors. So I see here that valuable information is going to be revealed during August from parents, grandparents, if that is a possibility for you. Otherwise, allow yourself to know that you can instinctually kind of feel things from the past. You can instinctually have these past life memories resurface. And there are people who have gone to hypnotherapy and been able to recite their past lives, who they were, what was going on. So past lives really is something that we carry along with us. So allow yourself to connect with that during the month of August. Then we have abundance planning, as well as write a gratitude list. So one thing that I can see here is that writing a gratitude list is one thing that is going to allow you to just manifest in so much more of an effective manner. Because when we're not grateful for the things that are already here, we can't attract more things. We can't make more things happen. And that is one thing that we need to feel real with ourselves about, and just be honest and say to ourselves, look, if I haven't been as grateful as I can be for things that I have in my life, then that's okay. Coming to the realization means that I can change it. It means that I can be more grateful, that I can create this gratitude list and thank everything and everyone that has been a part of my life. In abundance planning, I want you to know here, in correlation to the number 1, you have to take action in this if you want to kind of bring more abundance into your life in the earthly realm, okay? If you want to bring more money into your life, more financial freedom. So in abundance planning, one thing that I really love to do personally in my journal is to create a pyramid and just write down how much you're earning each day. And the top of the pyramid starts with like the lowest amount, right? Because the top bit is the smallest and it gets bigger and bigger. So you may, for instance, say, okay, on day 1, I make $100. On day 2, I make $200. On day 3, I make $500 or $1,000. Like, really the numbers are up to you. And then this kind of like abundance planning that I do goes with being able to like spend all of that money. And you're not allowed to spend it on bills. You're not allowed to spend it on anything that you have to spend money on, but it's all for fun. So the first day for $100, you might maybe want to buy crystals, and the second or third day for $200 or $300, you may want to, for instance, get a plane or a train ticket to somewhere. And just do abundance planning like that. Prime your mind for success as well as abundance in general, okay? So those exercises can really like get your juices flowing, not only in your head, but just like to your pocket, okay? It can really make you like go back into a space where abundance flows easily, and the universe is just basically rewarding your amazing mindset with more financial freedom. Then we have learning as well as sensitivity. Okay, so a little bit of sensitivity here during August, but that is teaching you. That is teaching you just how kind of like volatile life can be. It's teaching you how many ups and downs can really just affect things, and just overall being sensitive can allow you to put yourself in other people's shoes, can allow you to become so much more empathetic to other people's feelings and emotions, which is important because as a Libra, you can be a little bit self-indulgent, not trying to call you out, just being honest. So learning is a great way how you can just expand your empathy as well. Then we have alternative as well as hydrate. So have you been hydrating? Have you been drinking enough? have you been making sure that you don't get to the point where you're thirsty? Because if you're thirsty, you are already dehydrated, and that is a fact, okay? So make sure that you're keeping yourself in a place where all of your fluids are replenished and you're not in a state of dehydration, of being thirsty. In alternative, I want you to know here that August is coming with a lot of alternative solutions that you may first not want and shy away from because you want things done in a very particular way. But let me tell you, sometimes alternative solutions to our problems are the best solutions for each and every one of us. So if you, for instance, wanted a promotion and nothing but a promotion, but instead you get a job offer for something else that you didn't even consider, know that that could be an alternative solution that will get you way more happiness and promotions in the future than just taking that one promotion right now that you had initially set your mind to do and take and achieve, okay? So alternative paths and solutions are blessings for you during the month of August. So all my beautiful Libras, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, that you found it insightful. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home for you. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello all of my beautiful Scorpios, and welcome to your prediction of August of 2020. So let's move into your reading to figure out exactly what is going on for you, how to best prepare, and how to best take care of your needs. So we have the Six of Inspiration as well as the Magician. So one thing that I can see here in the Six of Inspiration is allowing yourself to make other people a part of your dreams and your passions. So if you, for instance, love to swim, you love to run, you love to work out, allow yourself to take other people on the journey with you. I see in the Six of Inspiration that sharing is truly caring during the month of August. So allow yourself to bond with those closest to you by taking them with you on your journey. In the Magician, I see here that you're going to be using a little part of like yourself that you have not used in a long time. So actually lots of little parts of yourself that you have not used in a long time. So that could be your very creative side. It could be the side of you that is really disciplined. It could be the side of you that kicks procrastination's butt, okay? So just overall, a lot of changes, a lot going on, you making use of what you're passionate about, what you feel emotional about, where your mind, like what you feel would logically be the best answer, and also what you think would get you the best results financially in the earthly realms, what would be the best use of time. Taking all of those areas, putting them together, and just overall creating a very strong force by considering lots of different parts of yourself that you usually would just look at separately, okay? So unifying all of your strengths and powers to create one big superpower kind of month, if you know what I mean. So in the Six of Inspiration, as I said, allow yourself to definitely do things with other people. Allow yourself to have them be a part of your journey and just overall the things that you do. And connect with the earth. One thing that I see here for you that would be beneficial is to go out, go into the nature. And with going out, I mean only the nature, okay? Connect with the earth in its purest way. So go to a forest, go to somewhere where there aren't any paved roads, where there aren't any roads that are just, you know, connected to busy streets. Just overall try and seclude yourself as much as you possibly can. Of course, it is not always possible for everyone, but try your best to connect as much as you can with the nature and to just submerge yourself, to go and experience the power of just being away from social media, from the internet for at least a little bit. Then we have positive affirmations. So use positive affirmations in order to attract more abundance into your life. Positive affirmations are so important because the words I am and what comes right after I am, they really do determine where you go in life. So if you've been subconsciously saying, I'm scared, I'm unsure, I'm anxious, I'm not successful, then of course that is what you're going to become. So look into what the story you've been telling about yourself. Look into what you have been saying right after the words I am, and make corrections if needed. And I think we all need to correct every now and then. So don't beat yourself up. We all have insecurities, we all have things that we're going through, but the most important thing that I see here for August is that you're working on keeping those I am affirmations up so you can banish a lot of the bad thoughts that you've gotten used to. Then we have spend time with animals as well as make a vision board. So creating a goal board is important for you during August. I see that your goals are going to change or have changed, if you will, and just putting those new goals on a goal board, on a vision board, will allow you to just see what it is that you desire a lot more clearly, and then in turn take action in a way that is very decisive. In spending time with animals, I see that this is very therapeutic to you. I see that during August, spending time with animals is invaluable, as it really does nurture your heart and your soul and just overall make you feel happy, okay? So if that is something that you know will make you feel good, will make you feel happy, if you've kind of like been neglecting one of your pets a little bit, and I think that is completely normal to sometimes have more time for them, sometimes have less time for our pets. Allow yourself to not be so hard on yourself and to know that you can make it up to them and you can spend more time with them when you're able to. Then we have breathe. So allow yourself to just breathe. I know sometimes one can feel guilty when one doesn't spend as much time as possible in the nature or with their animals, but allow yourself to take a deep breath and to know that you can't just always perform. You can't always be perfect. Sometimes you need downtime. Sometimes you need time for yourself. And breathing is something that just happens, but at the same time, doing it intentionally just holds so much more power than a lot of us even realize. So if you're breathing really, Vanessa, if you're breathing right now, obviously you're breathing right now. So I just meant to say that breathing right now, notice how far into like your body you're breathing. Is your breath very shallow? Does it go all the way into like your belly? Allow yourself to really just analyze that and take some deeper breaths. Take some more oxygen in. Allow yourself to feel more energized, because these shallow little breaths, they make it very hard for your body to feel like it's getting enough oxygen. You're not performing optimally if you're taking breaths that are very shallow, and it could just make you even more anxious than necessary. Then we have hydrate. So hydration is also important for you, all my Scorpios. So you may think to yourself, wow, like I'm just really being taken apart here in this reading. I need to breathe better. I need to drink better. I don't want you to feel as though I'm calling you out. This is more just telling you that it is so important for you to monitor these things, because these little changes can have such a big impact. And one thing that I want you to know here is that you're being called to look at these little things that just go unnoticed often or people take for granted. You're being called to look at them because everything else is moving in a way how you don't need further guidance. You don't need further guidance when it comes to connecting with other people. You don't need further guidance in your career right now. What you really need more guidance on is just these day-to-day things, optimizing them and making sure that you don't forget about how important it is to execute them in a way that serve you. So make sure that you're drinking enough, staying hydrated, that you never get to a point where you feel thirsty, because if you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And just overall, you know, get some water right now or right after your reading, and allow your body to feel like it has enough of everything, so it's not in panic mode. Then we have look for a sign, as well as there's something better. So one thing that I want you to know here is that if you're in an unhappy relationship or just overall in a connection that you feel isn't right, allow yourself to just see those signs. Don't see things through rose-colored glasses, as I can see here, that there's something way better out there for you. There's something that will suit you a lot better, something that will be a lot healthier for you mentally, physically. So don't feel as though moving on will mean that you're going to have to put up with lesser, okay? When you're not feeling satisfied, there's always something better. Your instinct knows, your body knows, you know, and that is why when things are not 100% how they're supposed to be, you can feel it through your whole body, and it's because your body, your instinct knows there's something else, there's something better for me. So allow yourself to listen to your intuition during the month of August. So all my dear Scorpios, This is the reading that I received for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below what really connected with you, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello, all my dear Sagittariuses of the world, and welcome to your reading. So my ever optimistic Sagittariuses, let's move into figuring out exactly what is coming towards you during August of 2020. I still can't believe it, August. I could barely even say it. First and foremost, we have a family as well as beauty rituals. So one thing that I can see here is that connecting with your family, using that very naturally optimistic side of yourself in order to make your family feel more optimistic and better about life is essential, okay? Hug them, be there for them, write them, just do whatever you can in order to make them feel better. They need you during the month of August, okay? Somebody is having a real slump. Then in the beauty ritual, have you been doing your beauty ritual, okay? Have you been taking care of your toes, your nails? Have you been doing your skincare? Have you been doing your body care? Have you just overall been taking care of yourself? That is a question I want you to honestly answer, maybe even in the comment section, and allow yourself to just get back into your beauty ritual. Because even if you're staying at home mostly, even if life is just in a weird place right now, having a set beauty ritual can give you structure as well as security, because you know you're still doing it no matter what's going on outside of your little bubble. This is you time. This is time to show yourself that you care about yourself, that you love yourself, and you're not gonna let yourself go no matter what's happening, no matter what goes on in this world. You're still there for you. Then we have clear your energy field. So order some sage, okay? Order some sage into your life, order some crystals, order something that can help you clear your energy, cleanse your vibes. I see that doing a little energy clearing ritual is just what you need during August. The energy around you seems to be stale. It seems to be in a place that is not the most beneficial place for your energy to be at, or there are not the most beneficial energies around you right now. So clearing your space, cleansing your field is going to give you not only a fresh perspective, but just overall, it's just going to make you feel like you have so much more energy, because having energy vampires around, or just overall negativity from energy vampires, even if we've already kind of like banned them out of our lives, it can still eat away at us. So cleansing ourselves, cleansing our thoughts, getting rid of any of that, so beneficial. And then we have the 8 of Inspiration as well as the Ace of Emotions. So one thing that I can see in the 8 of Inspiration is just the fact that things are moving forward very quickly, rapidly, and in a very strong way, if you know what I mean. So in a very passionate way, you're moving forward, you're jolting forward, you're getting things done. Procrastination is not happening, as I can see here in the Ace of Emotions, that you're starting on a fresh chapter with yourself. You're starting to look at all of the things that you have maybe used as excuses in the past, like for instance, well, you know, my anxiety is stopping me from getting these things done, when it's actually just procrastination, like all of us humans like to do. It's just basically, why do it today if I can do it tomorrow, if I can set it off an extra day? And I see here in the Ace of Emotions, you just being brutally honest with yourself, you just being so real with yourself that you're like, ouch, maybe I need to calm down a little bit on being real with myself. Then we have the 9 of Voices. So in the 9 of Voices, one thing that I want you to pay attention to is your sleep ritual, is your sleep hygiene. Like, are you making sure that you're sleeping well? Do you sleep through the night? Do you have nightmares? Are you able to get to sleep on time, or do you lie awake for a long time? This is something that I really struggle with, you know, insomnia, just not being able to get to sleep or not making time to go to bed early enough. And it is really something that can affect you each and every day. I, for instance, notice when I'm able to wake up really early, be productive, it just sets the tone for my whole day. The time at which I wake up really does set the tone as to whether I feel like I was productive that day or not. So allow yourself to realize how valuable your sleep really is and how valuable your sleep rituals really are, and optimizing them, and put some energy into that, as I can see that that is necessary for you. Then we have the moon. So your intuition is speaking to you. Your intuition is very active during August. But in the moon, I also want you to know that this is a sign that not everything is as it seems. The moon also speaks of looking out for deception, looking out for people maybe not being as honest or as truthful as they would like you to believe. So keep your eyes open, keep your feelers out. There's a reason why the moon also connects to your intuition and is going to speak to you very clearly, very loudly. I mean your intuition, not the moon. And your intuition is going to tell you exactly who to look out for and when something is off. Then we have answers within. So in answers within, allow yourself to just really know, like, your answers don't need to be questioned. They don't need to be second guessed. If you feel away, you feel away, and that's just how it is. Like, it be like that. You know what I mean? So allow yourself to listen to those answers. Know that you don't have to justify a gut feeling. You don't have to justify your feelings, period. And if somebody doesn't like it, then that's just another red flag. That's just another, well, what's wrong with my feeling if that's how I feel? Why can't you just prove me other way? You know what I'm saying? So allow yourself to just really listen to you and not what other people say. Talk is cheap, allow them to show real action. Then last but not least, we have progress. So moving forward during August is happening for you in a way that is very rapid, as we had here in the 8 of Inspiration, and just overall makes you happy, because you may have felt very like life is just stagnant recently. You may have been feeling like things aren't really thriving, things aren't really moving forward. They're just kind of like trailing along slowly but surely. But I can see here in progress that you're finally seeing some results that you have been wanting to see for a while. So all my dear Sagittariuses, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope you're looking forward to the month of August. I hope that this reading resonated. Let me know down below what hit home for you, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello all of my beautiful Capricorns of the world, and welcome to your reading about August of 2020. So let's move right into it in order to figure out exactly what is going on for you, how you can deal, and how you can heal. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, I see here seeking seclusion. So all of my Capricorns, you may have not had enough social distancing recently, okay? You may feel like you just even need a little bit more alone time, a little bit more space, a little bit more time to yourself. And that may just be because you're going through something, because you feel kind of like you just need time to connect with yourself at the core and just not have all of this noise from the media and other people influencing you. So know that that's a healthy thing to do. Then we have a progress. So I see that in seclusion, you will make progress, you will take jolts forward, and this is just overall going to give you a feeling of happiness as well as accomplishment, because you feel as though you're actually getting somewhere. You're actually making a real change for yourself. You're finally getting the things done that you have been wanting to get done for a long time. So seeking seclusion, progressing in that seclusion is what I see is going to benefit you. So don't feel like you have to be in social situations just because other people expect you to. What's most important is that you're happy with you. Then we have spend time with animals. So if you have pets and you've kind of been neglecting them recently, and I don't mean neglect as in neglect, I mean like you've had less time for them, you haven't really been spending as much time with them, talking to them, bonding with them, know that August is a great month for you to rekindle that relationship. It's a great month for you to reconnect and to show them how much you care in giving more time, giving more affection. If you do not have a pet, know that connecting with animals is something that you can do in many different ways, by being in the nature, by maybe just supporting a sanctuary or a cause that helps animals, and overall feeling connected to other beings other than human beings. And you may think to yourself, girl, I connect way better with animals anyways. So know that in August, like spending more time with animals than with humans is therapeutic for you. It is a very positive influence to have in your life. Then we have connect with the earth. So not only are you supposed to connect with animals during August, you're also going to be spending more time with the earth. And more time with the earth, you may think to yourself, well, I'm on planet Earth, like I'm spending time with the earth. But you know what I mean. Going out into the nature, being in places that aren't just concrete jungles. Overall, being able to enjoy the earth in an untouched manner, in a way how we humans have not just tampered with absolutely everything. And it can be surprisingly hard to get to a place like that, especially if you live in a city. So make an effort if you're that kind of person who lives in a big city in a concrete jungle. It's going to serve you really well. Then we have the Three of Materials, as well as the Ace of Inspiration. So in the Three of Materials, I see here that when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot of building that you're doing. So there's still a long way ahead, but I see that you can move forward very quickly if you allow yourself to just think outside of the box. I see that there's a crazy idea that you will get in August, and you will just instinctively think, oh, this is too crazy, it's not gonna work anyways. But in the Ace of Inspiration, look at that idea and allow yourself to write it down and to even try it. It could be an idea of your own business. It can be an idea of how you can make, you know, your current profession just more profitable, how you could just overall give yourself more freedom, not only when it comes to your time, but also your finances. Know that you're getting a very, very valuable piece of information and a very helpful idea that is coming towards you during August. So write your ideas down, okay? There's a real moneymaker in there. Then we have the Five of Inspiration. So in the Five of Inspiration, I can see here that you're going through a whole kind of like host of different emotions. Okay, we have two more cards that clearly want to speak. The Emperor as well as Temperance. Back to the Five of Inspiration, as I said, a whole kind of host of different emotions, a whole variation of different feelings that you're going through. Allow yourself to feel all the feels and know that you're just like very passionate about different things, and it can just show itself in very hot-tempered ways, and that's okay. Don't judge yourself. In the Emperor, I see here that just leading is what comes natural to you anyways, but I see that in August, you're just even more in this role of being a leader, of being this like authoritative type of person, of being the one who is in control of not only themselves, but just other situations and other people as well. So be confident in your abilities, and know here in Temperance that being kind of like a little bit drawn towards maybe like alcohol, caffeine, tobacco, like lots of different things that are not healthy for you. You may easily overdo it. You may get a little bit drunk, a little bit tipsy, a little crunk, if you know what I mean. And that's okay, but try not to, okay? I see in Temperance that it's just not going to be a positive thing if you go that step too far. If you go down that road, it's just overall not serving you. It's not going to be funny or fun the next day. Your body is just not ready for that in August. So try and just nurture it and take care of it. Then we have let go. So I see here that there's a situation that you have to walk away from because there's nothing in it for you anymore. And it's important for us to come to those realizations and not feel like we can't walk away just because, for instance, you know, if we've been friends with somebody for a very long time or in a relationship with somebody for a long time, that doesn't mean that you're obliged to stay. If you're not happy, you can walk away, and you don't owe that person something just because of the time that was invested. Because if it was like that, then they wouldn't be acting all kinds of ways, because they would owe you being nice. They would owe you being understanding since you've been friends for so long. So know that it's a two-way street. Don't stay in a situation just because you've been in it for a long time. Know that you can change it at any point in time. Then we have yoga. So yoga is a great and therapeutic way to come to not only like your personal equilibrium and center, it's just overall something that is very calming, something that is very nurturing. I want you to know that your life can be enhanced by yoga, especially during August. So if you've never seriously done yoga, allow yourself to get into it during the month of August, and also know that just like stretching, exercising in general is very much necessary, not only for your mental well-being, That is really not what I meant to say. Your mental well-being as well as your physical well-being. So get back into regularly, properly exercising, not half-assing the exercises, doing them to the max, like doing the most that you can possibly do, pushing yourself. That is going to give you a lot of kind of like mental relief and overall a feeling of accomplishment that you need more of. So all of my beautiful Capricorns, this is a reading that I received for you. I hope you enjoyed it and found it insightful. Leave a little comment down below and let me know what hit home for you. And I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello all my beautiful Aquariuses of the world, and welcome to your reading on August of 2020. So I would like to move straight into it so we can figure out exactly what is going on for you during the month of August. So first and foremost, we have the Ace of Materials. So in the Ace of Materials, I see very fertile grounds here for a business idea, for any idea that has to do just overall with creating more financial freedom and more time for yourself in the long run. So starting a business may not create more freedom for you right from the start. It may actually make things tighter at the beginning, but at the end of the day, your end goal is more freedom financially as well when it comes to your time, more flexibility. So know that there are fertile grounds during August for all of those ventures. Then we have the Four of Materials. So in the Four of Materials, you know, it will constrict you at first. And that is just one thing that I don't want for you to feel surprised about. In the Four of Materials, I do see that definitely engaging with those fertile grounds will not feel very fertile because things will take time to grow. The day that you plant the seed, the day that you plant is not the day that you're going to harvest. It's not the day that you're going to eat the apple or eat the peach or whatever it is that you planted. So know that it's going to take a little bit of time and it's going to feel almost like you're giving up on some time as well as finances, but know that it is just temporary. And in order to really make a difference in your life, you have to be okay with delayed gratification. Then we have the Seven of Inspiration. And in the Seven of Inspiration, I see a lot of ideas just bubbling under the surface as to what you can do with these fertile grounds, but I also see a little bit of overthinking. So overthinking to the point where maybe you may miss that window during August to start that business, to go into that venture, to ask for that promotion, to switch jobs, to get a new job. So allow yourself to just use that window of opportunity and not feel as though you have to overthink it too much, because when you start to overthink, you start to procrastinate, you start to get into feelings of fear and so on, and that is of course then going to just waste more time than you really should. Then we have the Three of Materials. So in the Three of Materials, I definitely see here that you have work ahead of you, but fun work, okay? Work that makes you feel like you're really just bringing everything together. You're bringing your creativity into your career. You're bringing the part of yourself that feels like you're very emotionally intelligent. You're bringing everything into a space where you can use it to your advantage. You can use it to build. You can use it to almost like weave this situation, okay? So weaving every aspect of you into one another, allowing yourself to use every part of you for your benefit financially, just overall academically in your career. That is what I see during August, being very smart, period. Then we have positive-minded people. So there are going to be a lot of positive-minded people around you. They're going to, of course, have a great impact on you. As an Aquarius, you like to have a good time, you like to have fun. You can be a little promiscuous though, so make sure that you're keeping it to yourself, okay? That you're not doing anything too crazy, because in positive-minded people, sometimes when people are very kind or they get very close to you, their intentions are not always the purest, and you may think to yourself, well, I'm not taking it that seriously anyways, but I see from your reading that just your energetic space is very sacred during August, so don't allow access to too many people when it comes to your energy field. Then we have awareness within. So I see that during August, you're going to be more sensitive than you usually are, and you're going to know exactly what I mean with not allowing too many people into your energetic space. You're going to realize that there is something going on beneath the surface, that there is a lot that you're going through emotionally, and just letting people in who maybe don't deserve to be let in, or that you don't know very well. It would be a shame. It would be a shame to allow them to have any of that energy, because you need to really conserve and save that for yourself, as well as those who have proven themselves to be kind of like worth having around for a long time. Now, of course, that doesn't mean some people are worthy, some people aren't, but just like people can be toxic to you, you can be toxic to other people. But using your energy on figuring that out, on figuring out whether somebody is good for you in the long term or not, I see that you can do so much more by channeling that energy into yourself and into your own projects during August. Then we have aromatherapy, as well as look to the stars. So in aromatherapy, allow yourself to engage in that. Allow yourself to get exciting new scents. You may really love essential oils. You may really love perfumes, just overall things that have a very strong sense, because sometimes scents can just like take you completely back in time, back to a place where you can remember almost like it was yesterday, a childhood memory or a memory with a loved one that is sacred to you. So allow yourself to have those memories come back by using scents, by using aromatherapy. It can of course also help you sleep better, cope with anxiety. Then looking to the stars, focus on what is going on a planetary level for you. Focus on what is going on during celestial events. I see that when it comes to the celestial events that are occurring during August, they're affecting you more than usual. They're affecting you more than you would even like to admit. So be honest to yourself about that, and also learn about stars. Learn about what you can do as an Aquarius in order to optimize not only your mental health, but also your physical health, and plan around the different lunar phases as well, because they do have an effect on your cycle, both emotionally, physically, so on. Then we have Be Still. So in Be Still, just taking time to relax, taking time to be still. You don't always need to be doing things. I know it can be hard as an Aquarius to just stop for a moment, to just chill, to not be all over the place, to not be always into the newest thing, looking at what is going on, reading up on innovation, reading news articles and so on. Taking time to be still is very therapeutic. Not only in August, just in general, practice being still. It may be something that is very hard for you, but it's very necessary for you. In connecting with the earth, spend time outdoors, spend time where you can actually see greenery. If you leave, well, actually do leave. But what I wanted to say is, if you live in a concrete jungle, leave the concrete jungle. Go out into the nature, go out into the greenery, go out into areas that are not so heavily modified and touched by humans. And it can be really hard depending on what city you live in, but it is doable, okay? It is doable with a day trip. It is doable with a little bit of planning. So allow yourself to just take in the nature and all its beauty and all its pureness, and bring yourself back to your personal equilibrium. So all of my Aquariuses, I truly hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it gave you motivation as well as insight. Leave a little comment down below in order to let me know what hit home, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello, all of my beautiful Pisces of the world, and welcome to your reading about August of 2020. So let's get right into it in order to figure out what you're dealing with and how you can heal, how you can move forward. We have a progress. So all of my Pisces, I want you to know here that through your very imaginative and creative ways, you're able to progress forward. You're able to make real change in your life in August, and just overall look at that happy little face. I see contentment, and I see you just overall being happy with the progress that you're making, feeling like you're effective, feeling like you're productive, not feeling as though you're slacking or anything like that. Then we have barriers, and in barriers, one thing that I can see in correlation to progress is that you're finally breaking through those barriers. You're breaking through those mental barriers that have been keeping you in a little confined space that you don't belong in. You're a very creative soul. You're a creative person at the core, and you need to be able to defy the rules. You need to be able to defy boundaries and create outside of the lines. Then we have a replenish. So you will be able to really just push boundaries and break barriers by making sure that you're still giving yourself enough time to sleep, okay? Sleep is going to allow you to replenish, but also just overall eating healthily, eating nourishing foods, and allowing yourself to indulge a little more than usual. So have that extra piece of cake, or you know, the whole cake, have that extra ice cream, that extra like little bowl of chips or whatever it is that you desire, because with all the work you're doing, I see that you just need to sometimes put yourself in a place where you can replenish some of the energy, some of the calories burned, and some of the ones that you want to take in are also just, you know, comforting. So yes, eat nourishing foods, but also don't scold comfort foods. It's okay to have those. Then we have a massage, as well as make a vision board. So book in a massage during the month of August, or have a friend, family member, a loved one, your partner give you a little massage, okay? Use some massage oil, allow yourself to really get into your deep tissue, to really just like get out those kinks that have been in your body, that have been disrupting your chakras, disrupting your flow of energy. In making a vision board, I also see that it would be beneficial for you to create a goal board, or should I say a new goal board, if you already have one or you've already attempted to make one. So cut out depictions, look for pictures that represent your goals and the things that you desire, and then stick them all onto one board where you have it all in one place. You can look at it every single day, and you can allow yourself to feel inspired and motivated. I see that that extra motivation is going to help you kind of like defy the odds and break through barriers even more. Then we have build strength as well as beauty rituals. So building strength is really something that you can do through practice, especially when it comes to working out. If you, for instance, feel like you're a little bit weak, like, you know, you just look at your little arms and you're like, oh, like there's nothing there. I mean, allow yourself to build strength gradually, and know that strength does not have just one look. If you look, for instance, at yogis, at people who are really strong and really flexible in yoga, a lot of them are very thin, but they can do things that other people who train with heavy weights cannot do. They can balance on their hands for prolonged amounts of times. They can just do all types of crazy things with their bodies that other people who spend hours at the gym just lifting weights are not able to do. So know that strength is different for each and every one of us. And you don't need to look a stereotype way of strong. If you feel healthy and strong in your body and you can tell that you're making progress, then that is all that matters. Don't feel like you have to conform to a specific type of beauty or strong or body image. In beauty ritual, allow yourself to be hard on yourself when it comes to this, okay? Have you been doing your skincare? Have you been doing your beauty ritual? Have you been painting those toenails? Have you been properly exfoliating? Have you been doing the things that you know you should be doing? In beauty ritual, I want you to know that it's imperative that you keep your beauty ritual no matter how crazy things are in life, or no matter how little you're leaving your house at this very moment. Having that ritual not only creates stability, but it also decreases feelings of anxiety, and it allows you to know that you actually have like something that you can count on, something that is a steady plan that is happening regardless of what's going on in this world. Then we have listen to your intuition as well as know. So one thing that's important for you during the month of August is to listen to your intuition, especially if it's telling you no. So we don't need to go through a scary situation just to see what's on the other end of it. We don't need to do that. The same goes for love. If your intuition is telling you this person is a player, this person is not taking me seriously, or maybe has somebody else like kind of in the back seat, maybe they have somebody else in their life who they might kind of like prefer, or who I may become like second choice to, listen to your intuition, because sometimes we can kind of see things with rose-colored glasses. We can be gullible, or we can feel like, well, let me give this person or this situation a chance before I write them off, even though my intuition is screaming no. So your intuition is screaming no in certain situations in August for a reason. It is trying to protect you, even if it's not the answer that you want in that moment. Know that it is important and imperative that you listen to your intuition, especially in love and social situations. There is a reason why it is screaming out no, and you don't have to see it through, get to the other end, be heartbroken, shattered, or feel really down by just saying to yourself, well, let me give it a chance. No, we don't need to give every single person a chance. We don't have time for that, all my beautiful Pisces. I know you're really kind, loving, caring, endlessly loving, but not this time, okay? So just be a little bit more willing to create those boundaries, just like we have here. In the Ace of Emotion, I see here that there is the possibility for a new romantic situation. So if it feels right, if your intuition actually says yes, allow yourself to be engaged with somebody that stirs up emotions that just feel like butterflies in your stomach, that just make you feel good and make you feel like, oh, this is something that I could see me being a part of in the future. So that is what I see in the Ace of Emotions, as well as just overall being very connected to your heart chakra and feeling reconnected to your emotional side. Then we have the Four of Voices. So in the Four of Voices, I do see your tendency to just see things through rose-colored glasses, kind of fighting with your intuition, kind of being the one who's like, okay, I want to have the upper hand and I want to see things through rose-colored glasses because it's comforting and because it makes me feel good. So that is what I see in the Four of Voices, and it's actually kind of says a lot about you and says a lot about how genuinely kind-hearted you are and how genuinely empathetic that you are. So in certain situations where you know you won't end up with a broken heart or too much harm, it's okay to see things through rose-colored glasses. Like for instance, if somebody is rude to you, it's okay to just say to yourself, well, I'm sure they're going through something really hard, so I won't sweat it. That's a lot better than it bugging you the whole day and feeling kind of in turmoil about it, asking yourself why. Just telling yourself, I'm going to be compassionate. I'm going to see things through romantic glasses, where I'm just like, oh, I'm sure it just happened because they're going through something. I'm sure it happened for a reason. That is just going to give you a lot of inner peace. But as I said, be assertive as to which situations you apply this to. That is what is the most important thing for you during the month of August. So all my Pisces, I truly hope that you enjoyed your reading. I hope that it gave you inspiration as well as motivation. Leave a little comment down below in the comment section letting me know what really hit home for you. And I will see you in one of my upcoming videos.